Good morning ladies and gentlemen, I am Pradeep Chaudhary and in this video we are going to cover the current affairs of 16th of June. So now let's start. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install our GK Today Academy app. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. The name of Telegram channel is GK Today YouTube. Now we have started a new channel, Civils Academy, and if you find it relevant, you can subscribe to it. Now let's start. Which Indian state has launched an integrated flood warning system named iFlows? So this has been launched by Maharashtra for Mumbai, and Mumbai is going to the second city to get such flood warning system. Chennai is the first city which got this kind of system, and this is a flood warning system, and for this purpose BMC, that is Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, collaborated with Ministry of Earth Sciences. Now Maharashtra was also in news as recently it renamed its Environment Ministry, and now the new name is Environment and Climate Change Ministry. Maharashtra was also in news because of the cyclone Nisarg. Answer in comment box, which country gave this name Nisarg? Which Union Ministry has extended the delivery period for capital acquisition contracts with Indian vendors by 4 months? So this was announced by MOD, that is Ministry of Defense, and it allowed extension of 4 months in the delivery. As per the notification by Defense Ministry, force measure shall be applicable for a period of 4 months. Now what is the meaning of this term? It means something unexpected happened, and because of that the obligations of contract were not fulfilled. So this is related to some unexpected circumstances, like COVID-19 was unexpected, and because of that the supply chain was disrupted, and that's why the Defense Ministry gave this extension of 4 months. Which milestone has been reached by the Forex of India for the first time? Forex stands for foreign exchange. So India recently reached the milestone of $500 billion mark. It is important to note that due to high rise in FCA, there is a overall increment in the Forex reserve. What is FCA? It is foreign currency assets, and recently this was announced by RBI that our Forex reserve reached the mark of $500 billion, and this is for the first time. Now RBI was also in news because of PIDF, that is Payment Infrastructure Development Fund, and it is a 500 crore rupees fund. RBI was also in news as recently it put restrictions on the People's Cooperative Bank from granting the fresh loans or from accepting the deposits for the next 6 months. Who is the head of working group that has been constituted by RBI to review the private bank shareholding norms? So PK Mohanty is the head of this working group, and this group is going to review the ownership and corporate structure of private sector banks. Which automobile company is set to exit from US based e-bike company Genji and to give up the control of its Korean subsidiary SsangYong? So it is Mahindra and Mahindra. So Mahindra and Mahindra decided to exit from Genji. Genji is a e-bike company and it is a US based company. Now because of this coronavirus pandemic situation, the Mahindra and Mahindra faced substantial loss, and that's why it decided to exit from this US based e-bike company. It also announced that it will stop investment in the Korean subsidiary SsangYong. UNICEF released a report titled COVID-19 and Child Labor, a time of crisis, a time to act. Now the question is, along with UNICEF, which organization released this report? So this was jointly released by UNICEF and ILO. ILO stands for International Labour Organization. Now 12th of June is observed as Child Labor Day, that means World Day Against Child Labor. And recently Uttar Pradesh government was in news as it started a new scheme for child laborers, and the name of the scheme is Bal Shramik Vidya Yojana. So as per this scheme, the state government will ensure that the child laborers get right education. Now because of this COVID-19, a lot of family members lost their job, and therefore it led to the reduction in the family income, and that is why more and more children are being pushed in the child labor sector. Which country ordered authorizing sanctions against individuals involved in the ICC investigation. What is ICC? It is International Criminal Court. So ICC is investigating that whether any party committed war crimes in Afghanistan. Now, USA has announced that if any US official will be investigated by ISS without authorization of US government, then the government may impose sanctions on such ICC officials. So, right answer is USA, and now ICC is investigating the war crimes in Afghanistan. Please note that Afghanistan is a member of ICC, but USA is not a member of ICC. Now, USA was also in news because of its Afghanistan deal, and this deal was signed with Taliban. Taliban is a militant group of Afghanistan, and this deal was signed in Doha. Doha is the capital of Qatar. USA was also in news because of General Charles Brown, as he is the first African American chief of Air Force of USA. Now coming back to this ICC, so ICC is backed by Rome Statute. ICC came in force in 2002, and the seat of ICC is in The Hague in Netherlands. Now answer in comment box whether India is a member of ICC or not. Which state's forest division has estimated 2000 Indian goats in its first population estimation exercise? So this state is Tamil Nadu, and it recently organized the first ever population exercise of Indian goats or bison. Now, Tamil Nadu was also in news as recently it changed the name of 1018 places, and the name of Coimbatore is now Coimbatore. Coimbatore is also known as Manchester of South India. So recently Tamil Nadu government renamed 1018 places. Now Tamil Nadu was also in news as it made it mandatory to have Aadhaar card if you are visiting any barber shop or any salon. As per the National Institute for Space Research, which forest witnessed deforestation? So this INPE is the organization associated with Brazil, and recently it released information about Amazon rainforest that it is witnessing the deforestation, and in May 2020 it witnessed the deforestation of 829 square kilometers, and this is the highest monthly level of deforestation since 2015. Which organization developed sanitizing chamber named GermiClean to disinfect the uniform of security forces? So this has been developed by DRDO. DRDO is under Defense Ministry. DRDO stands for Defense Research and Development Organization. Now DRDO was also in news because of Ultra Swachh. So this Ultra Swachh has been developed by DRDO to disinfect a wide range of materials including PPE and various other items. Now DRDO was also in news because of Sumeru packs. So this device has been developed by DRDO so that PPE kits can be used without any discomfort and sweating. Now in terms of PPE manufacturing, China is the world's biggest producer while India is the second biggest producer. Who is the ex officio chairperson of PM Cares Fund Trust? So Prime Minister is the ex officio chairperson. Recently this fund trust was in news as Delhi based chartered accountancy firm SARC and Associates has been hired to audit the PM Cares Fund. What is PM Cares? It stands for Prime Minister's Citizens Assistance and Relief in Emergency Situations. So Prime Minister is the ex officio chairperson of this PM Cares Fund, and Union Minister of Defense, Home Minister and Finance Minister are its ex officio trustee, and SARC and Associates are going to audit this fund. It is important to note that the contributions made to PM Cares Fund are exempted from income tax, and the contributions made by the companies can be considered as a corporate social responsibility, that is CSR. Who has been appointed as the first female head of NASA's human spaceflight mission? So she is Kathy Lourdes, and she is going to be the first female head of human spaceflight mission. So NASA is planning to send humans on the moon by 2024, and Kathy Lourdes has been named as NASA's next Associate Administrator of HEO Mission Directorate. What is HEO? It is Human Exploration and Operation. Now, apart from Kathy Loaders, one more Kathy was in news, and she is Kathy Sullivan. So recently she became the only human who have walked in the space as well as who reached the deepest point in this ocean. Vasant Raiji, who passed away recently, was the oldest sportsperson of India in which sport? So he was associated to cricket and he passed away recently. Apart from him, recently Matt Pore passed away and he was a cricketer from New Zealand. Recently New Zealand was in news as the Prime Minister of New Zealand announced that as it is free from corona. Which Indian institute has developed an artificial intelligence based system to track social distancing? So this has been developed by IIT Kharagpur and this will play an alert sound whenever the social distancing norms are violated. So this has been developed by IIT Kharagpur. Which Indian state launched this mobile based surveillance application named Ghar Ghar Nigarani? So this has been launched by Punjab government. Recently Punjab government was also in news because of Mission Fateh. So this mission was to spread awareness about this COVID-19. What is the theme of International Albinism Awareness Day? So the theme was Made to Shine. Every year 13th of June is International Albinism Awareness Day and the theme of this year's day was Made to Shine. So 13th of June is International Albinism Day while 15th of June is World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. And the theme of this year's Elder Abuse Day was Lifting Up Voices. 15th of June is also celebrated as World Wind Day. 16th of June is celebrated as the Day of Martyrdom of Guru Arjan Dev. So to remember the sacrifices of Guru Arjan Dev, the 16th of June is observed. On the other hand, 17th of June is observed as World Day to combat desertification and drought. Which Indian state or union territory launched the Poultry Policy 2020? So it has been launched by Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory and recently it announced this new poultry policy to promote the establishment of poultry units. So it also announced that a dedicated allocation of ₹50 crores per annum will be provided as subsidy for establishing the poultry farms and poultry related activities. Guljar Dahelvi, who passed away recently, was associated to which profession? So he was associated to Urdu and he was well known Urdu poet. He passed away recently. As of 2020, who is the only human who has walked in the space and reached the deepest point in the ocean? So she is Kathy Sullivan. So these were the most important questions of today's quiz. Now we are going to cover some important news. So if you want current affairs only in question answer format, you can skip this. So first is Sambhu S. Kumaran. So he has been appointed as India's new ambassador to Philippines. Next is Imtiazur Rahman. So recently he was in news because he has been appointed as CEO of UTI Mutual Fund. Next is KK Venugopal. So KK Venugopal, who is our Attorney General, got 1 year extension. His tenure was about to end. Now he got 1 more year extension. Next is Atul Srivastava. So he was the director of SAIL and he passed away recently. What is the full form of SAIL? It is Steel Authority of India Limited. Next is Pankaj Tripathi. So he is well known Bollywood actor and recently the Khadi Mall of Patna appointed him as the brand ambassador. Now this Khadi Mall is in Patna and it is India's first ever Khadi Mall to promote the Khadi. Now we are going to cover some important terms which were in news recently. So first is Arogya Path. So this has been developed by CSIR in partnership with Sarvodaya Infotech and it is a healthcare supply chain portal. And for this purpose, CSIR collaborated with Sarvodaya Infotech. Next is related to Malawi. So recently, Exim Bank sanctioned $215.68 million line of credit to Malawi government for drinking water supply initiative. Now, if we talk about Malawi, it is an African country and the capital of Malawi is Lilongwe. Next is verified. So Verified is an initiative by India and 12 other countries, and this initiative was started to fight the spread of fake news or misinformation. And what was the theme of this event? The theme was Science, Solidarity and Solution. Next is FMI and RPS. FMI stands for Financial Market Infrastructure. RPS stands for Retail Payment Systems. So recently RBI made some changes in the monitoring structure of FMI and in the structure of RPS. Now why this was done? This was done to ensure the safety and security of your payment structure. Next is InstaFlexiCash. So this was started by ICICI and it is an online overdraft facility by which customers can get approval for overdraft facility instantly and in a paperless manner. Next is IBBI Advisory Committee. So this committee was in news because recently it was reconstituted and it is headed by Uday Kotak. Recently Uday Kotak became the president of CII, that is Confederation of Indian Industry. Next is TPG Capital and L Catterton. So these two organizations were in news as recently they invested in Reliance Jio, and with this recently 10 total investors invested in Reliance Jio platforms. So TPG Capital and L Catterton are the US based private equity firms. So TPG acquired 0.93% stakes and L Catterton acquired 0.39% stakes in Jio platforms. Next is Fabri-I. So this is an artificial intelligence based surveillance system. That means it will be used for the screening of passengers, and recently this has been installed at Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus and at the Lokmanya Tilak Terminus in Mumbai in Maharashtra. Next is Know Your Medicinal and Aromatic Plants. So this was an initiative which was announced by CIMAP, that is Central Institute of Medical and Aromatic Plants. And the theme of this event is Know Your Medicinal and Aromatic Plants. Next is Raja Parva Festival. So this festival is related to Odisha and it was in news recently, and it is a festival in which the Mother Earth is worshipped. Next is Germi ban. So recently Union Minister of State for Home Affairs G. Kishan Reddy launched this Germi ban to kill the viruses. This will also act as an air purifier system. Next is Naroji. So this is a book by Diniar Patel and the title is Naroji, Pioneer of Indian Nationalism, and it is a biography by Diniar Patel. Next is Tri-Service Military Contingent. So India is going to send its Tri-Service Military Contingent to Russia for parade, and this parade was supposed to be held on Victory Day. What is Victory Day? It is celebrated on 9th of May. Now why 9th of May is celebrated? Because it marks the Russian victory and the surrender of Nazi Germany in 1945. Next is RIC Trilateral Meeting. So this meeting is going to be on 22nd of June and RIC stands for Russia, India and China. So our External Affairs Minister is going to take part in this meeting and he is going to meet his Chinese counterpart and Russian counterpart. Next is Bank of Baroda. So recently Bank of Baroda decided to completely digitize the lending operations. That means the entire process of loan sanctioning will be made digital. And next is Lunar Polar Exploration Mission, and for this purpose ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization, that is space agency of our country, is going to cooperate with JAXA, that is Japan Space Agency, and JAXA stands for Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, and these two organizations are going to cooperate for Lunar Polar Exploration Mission. Next is related to Remdesivir. So recently Union Health Ministry included this Remdesivir as a part of the protocol related to the management of COVID-19 patients. So Remdesivir is a medicine related to COVID-19. Next is Mastak. So recently the team of ASI, that is Archaeological Survey of India, claimed that they have found a 500 years old temple that was submerged in the waters of Mahanadi river, and the temple is Gopinath Deva temple, and this Mastaka is the upper part of this temple and only this upper part is visible as of now. Next is India's first infectious Disease Diagnostic Lab. So this lab was in news as it is about to be ready, and this lab was constructed under the provisions of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, and this lab has been built with the assistance of DBT, that is Department of Biotechnology. Next is related to recovery trial. So recovery trial is a controlled trial that is being conducted in UK, and as per this trial it aims to test 5 drugs to identify the treatments that are beneficial for the people who are infected by the coronavirus. And last news is India's first gas trading platform. So recently India's first gas trading platform was inaugurated by Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan. So these were the most important questions of today's quiz. Now homework. First is, what is Project Tiger? Second is, what is International Criminal Court and why India is not a member of this court? And third is, what is the difference between AIIB and Asian Development Bank? So that was all for the day. Thank you.